scenically enchanting island of Taiwan first became known to the world as Formosa, meaning beautiful in Portuguese and Latin. It is similar in size to the Netherlands and Switzerland, with a land area of 36,000 square kilometers, and has a population of 23 million. Surrounded by the sea and three-quarters mountainous, Taiwan has few natural resources and must import most of its raw materials. Taiwan's most important resource is its people. For 60 years, Taiwan's economy has grown at an average rate of 7.7% per year. And for the last 2 decades, consumer prices have risen at an average rate of under 1.5% annually. These achievements, accompanied by equitable income distribution, have gained renown worldwide as the Taiwan experience. In 2015, the annual amount of Taiwan's foreign trade reached $522.6 billion and was ranked 19th in the world. GDP was over $523.6 billion and per capita GDP topped $22,000. Currently, Taiwan is one of the world's biggest producers of IT products. Its IT industry plays a key, indispensable role in global production chains. In 2014, many products made in Taiwan enjoyed the largest global market shares, such as notebook computers, tablet PCs, home cable TV equipment, motherboards, and portable navigation devices. Endowed with great scenic beauty and rich in cultural diversity, Taiwan presents a splendidly colorful array of faces to the world. The success of Taiwan's transformation can be credited mainly to its people's hard work and its government's far-sighted planning, with the timely adoption of correct and well-sequenced development strategies to match each stage of progress. In the wake of World War II, Taiwan suffered from severe inflation and unemployment. At that stage, the government's main focus was to rebuild infrastructure and restore industrial production. By 1952, production had been lifted back up to its pre-war level. In 1953, Taiwan launched its first 4-year economic development plan, adopting the strategy of promoting agriculture to foster industry and using industry to develop agriculture. On the one hand, the government carried out land reform policies, reducing farmland rents and transferring land to the tiller. On the other hand, the government actively developed labor-intensive import substituting light industries and introduced reforms of exchange controls and foreign trade to promote the replacement of imports with domestically produced goods and create a large number of job opportunities. Although the effects of the import substitution policy were gradually becoming apparent, Taiwan's limited domestic market was nearing saturation. The time had come for switching to the new strategic goal of competing in international markets. To encourage exports, the government implemented the Statute for the Encouragement of Investment, which made use of tax deductions and exemptions to encourage foreign investment in Taiwan. It also set up 3 export processing zones in Kaohsiung, Tanzi, and Nanzi. These policies served the aims of expanding job opportunities and ensuring increasingly even distribution of income. To speed up the growth of Taiwan's economy, the government in the 1970s launched the 10 major construction projects involving the large-scale expansion of railway, airport, harbor, and electric power infrastructure, and the building of steelmaking, shipbuilding, and petrochemical plants for the development of heavy and chemical industries. when the world experienced energy crises at this time. The execution of these projects and a further 12 major projects that followed secured the twin benefits of expanding domestic demand and stabilizing the economy, enabling Taiwan to safely weather the impact of the two spikes in international oil prices. The government set about adjusting industrial policy and expanding R&D expenditure in an effort to upgrade Taiwan's industry from a labor-intensive to a technology-intensive footing. A key step in this direction was the establishment in 1980 of the Hsinchu Science-Based Industrial Park, the first of its kind in Taiwan. Also, the Cabinet's Development Fund and the Industrial Technology Research Institute played an active guiding role in setting up semiconductor companies, such as TSMC, which formed a solid base for the subsequent development of Taiwan's high-tech industrial sector. In the 1980s, the government embarked on vigorous pursuit of economic liberalization, internationalization, and institutionalization, aiming to bring Taiwan's domestic financial and economic laws into line with international norms and make Taiwan better able to compete internationally. And after many years of concerted effort by the government and private sector, Taiwan achieved membership of the World Trade Organization in January 2002, since which it has conducted its trade with other member countries in full compliance with the rules and principles of fair competition under the WTO regime. As Taiwan's economic development has brought rising prosperity, the government has attached increasing importance to ensuring that the whole population enjoys a good share of that prosperity. In March 1995, the government launched the National Health Insurance System. In January 1999, inaugurated the Unemployment Insurance System. And in 2008, established the National Pension Insurance, which has been supplemented by the introduction of the Labor Pension System in 2009, in order to gradually perfect the Social Security network. According to the World Economic Forum report, Taiwan has moved into the innovation-driven stage of development since 2011. The government is committed to continuing to advance economic, social, and environmental reforms in order to make Taiwan a prosperous, just, and sustainable island with innovative creativity. On the economic front, to optimize the environment for the development of Taiwan's digital economy, the government is accelerating the building of an improved digital infrastructure, while at the same time actively promoting regulatory adjustments for fostering virtual world development, carrying out a comprehensive review and revamping of laws and regulations on labor, education, healthcare, as well as others, in order to increase the growth potential of the digital economy. Meanwhile, the government is actively promoting innovation and entrepreneurship, encouraging young people to participate in starting up new businesses, and advancing the strategies of cultivating, retaining, and recruiting manpower to meet the changing needs of the industries by nurturing domestic, high-quality human resources and attracting global talents. For the aspect of international linkage, Taiwan is actively pursuing the signing of Economic Cooperation Agreements, ECA, with major trading partners, and working to promote cross-strait trade and exchange to keep abreast of the international trends of globalization and regional integration. The Cross-Strait Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement, ECFA, came into effect in 2010. In 2013, Taiwan signed the Aztec Economic Cooperation Agreement with New Zealand and the Aztec Economic Partnership Agreement with Singapore. On the social front, in order to prepare for the impact of the rapidly aging population, the government continues to promote the reform of the pension system and to develop the long-term care system. In May 2015, the Long-Term Care Services Act was enacted, marking a major step forward in completing long-term care service network. For the environmental aspect, we've been working hard to build a sustainable environment. Our efforts on this front took a major step forward with the formal commencement of high-speed rail service between the north and south of Taiwan in January 2007, ushering in a new era in which all parts of the country can be reached within an easy day's journey. And while we work to raise the quality of life in Taiwan, we stay mindful of fulfilling our duties as a member of the global village. Currently, we are doing our best to carry out the National Green Energy and Low Carbon Action Plan and implement the Greenhouse Gas Emission Reduction and Management Act. We expect to reduce national greenhouse gas emissions by 50% relative to the 2005 level by 2050. For the aspect of government effectiveness, the government has offered e-government services to the public. Notably, according to WEF Global Information Technology Report 2015, Taiwan was ranked 18th out of 143 countries and first in data openness, demonstrating its outstanding achievements in the development of e-government. On May 20th, 2016, upon the inauguration of President Tsai Ing-wen, Taiwan begins its party alternation the third time. To facilitate economic innovation and to balance social justice and sustainable environment, the President vowed that for the coming 4 years, she would create a new economic development model with innovation, employment, and distribution as its cores. She will advance next-generation infrastructural constructions, making Taiwan a digitalized nation and smart island, inspiring the people's innovation and entrepreneurship, enhancing the effectiveness of the government, and thereby boosting employment and wage growth, so that the people could all enjoy and share the fruits of economic development. On the front of economic innovation, the government is going to launch 5 innovative R&D plans, including Green Energy R&D Center at Shaluan, Tainan, Asia Silicon Valley in Taoyuan, focusing on Internet of Things and smart product industries, Intelligent Precision Machinery Industry Cluster in Taichung to consolidate industrial capabilities of the ICT industries, Biotech Industrial Clusters Belt, extending from the Nangang area surrounding Academia Sinica to Hsinchu Biomedical Science Park at Zhubei, and to Southern Tainan Science Park, and Defense Industry Cluster connecting information security in Taipei, aerospace industry in Taichung, and ship manufacture in Kaohsiung. For social justice, the government will establish a social security network that has the capability to respond accordingly to globalization, covering 5 social stability plans, which include social housing, food safety, community care, sustainable pensions, and public safety. To expedite joining trade alliances, the government has identified the gaps in liberalization and endeavored to improve them, strengthen trade-related regulatory system to achieve internationalization of our legal system, spare no effort to push for liberalization of the economy, and speed up the process of joining TPP and signing ECAs with our trade partners. For homeland sustainability, Taiwan is committed to facilitating the structural change of energy uses and intends to increase the total power generating capacity of renewable energy to 20% by 2015 from the current 4% to realize the goal of nuclear-free homeland. Because of Taiwan's high degree of openness, its economy is interlocked with international situations. For the year of 2016, although the global economy is still in a slump, the economic growth of Taiwan is expected to rise to 1.47% from 0.75% in 2015. In addition, according to 2015 IMD World Competitiveness Rankings, Taiwan was ranked as the 11th most competitive economy of 61 assessed. And in the World Bank's Doing Business 2016, published in 2015, Taiwan ranked 11th out of 189 assessed for ease of doing business, EODB, demonstrating that the fundamentals of Taiwan's economy remain in sound shape. For more than half a century, under challenging political and economic conditions, both at home and abroad, Taiwan has made steady progress toward prosperity and democracy. Despite all the hardships along the way, the gritty endeavors of the Taiwanese people have created the Taiwan experience that has attracted attention around the world. During this time, a key factor in Taiwan's successful transformation from agricultural to industrial society and the achievement of its present-day status as a high-technology stronghold has been the government's careful selection and thorough implementation of the right industrial policies to match each stage of economic development. Now, the people of Taiwan are well prepared for and eager to embrace an even better future. Thank you for joining our brief presentation on Taiwan's unique attractions and its expectations for a sunnier tomorrow. We warmly welcome you to Taiwan and wish you a pleasant and rewarding stay here.